everyone, welcome to Dotti's Weight Loss Corner. Welcome to all our new visitors, and for those of you who are new, if you like my videos, please hit subscribe and like, and if you hit the little bell up at the top, it'll notify you when I have more videos out. For those of you who have seen some of my videos, welcome back, and I appreciate all of you visiting me. Thank you. I just had, what I want to talk about today is sabotaging yourself. How many times have you had a really good weight loss, like, 4 or 5 pounds, or you reached one of your major milestone goals, like 50 pounds down, Wonderland, you finally made it under 200, and then the next week, just let it go, kind of, and didn't pay attention, didn't journal, just thought you had it all under control because look at this, you made a goal or you had a really good weight loss. I know that sounds ridiculous, but you know what happens? It happened to me last week. I lost 1.6, finally got off my plateau and got down to 197.2 or whatever. And I finally felt good because I was moving again downward. And what did I do? I did lose this week, but I didn't journal like I should. Luckily, I don't usually eat even all my points. It depends on the day. But I let go. I can tell my thinking let go. And thinking is 99% of this game. And it wasn't that I thought out loud that, oh, I got a handle on this. Look at this. I finally broke my plateau. I made 50 pounds gone. I made Wonderland. Had a great weight loss this week. Oh, I surely can handle this. Well, I find that I do that a lot. I was looking back at my history on this weight loss journey and the one in 98 where I made Lifetime and lost 100 pounds. I did that a lot. I thought I always overdid the following week. Sometimes I got lucky and managed to lose, like this week I lost 1.4, but I think it's just because my body was ready to go down after a 2-month plateau. But that's not the point. The point is, why was I even thinking that way? My mind knows that I shouldn't be, because obviously I don't have it. I try really hard to get my master's degree in this weight loss journey, because the more knowledge, the better you are. The more knowledge you can fall back on. The more knowledge you have, the better and easier your journey is going to be. So I thought, surely I just can't let go. That's not going to accomplish anything, but I do. Why do I sabotage myself? I've been thinking about this in this last week, and I'm thinking, I think it's just in here, and it happens, and I can't switch it off. It seems like it's just part of me. When I'm doing really good, I tend to slack off. And how many of you out there do the same thing? How many of you slack off when you've had a really good week? Yeah, you feel good, you leave and everything, but then you think, I feel good all week. I can, I know what I'm doing. But you do know what you're doing, but you tend to not follow it like you normally would when you're trying to lose weight, get healthy, exercise more, whatever. And I don't know if that's just inherent in this journey, but it's definitely inherent in me. I know this journey is 99% head. Your head has to be in it. But I'll be darned. I wish I could just switch off some things in my head so they never appear again. But unfortunately, we can't do that, because I have plenty of things that I'd like to just switch off, which means they never can come to the surface. But this always comes to the surface for me. And it's not for every week. It's just when I've reached big goals, or I've done something fantastic that I didn't think I was ever going to do, or I'm feeling good. And sometimes when I'm feeling really good and I'm putting on nice smaller clothes, I think, wow, this feels good. And some reason I automatically go into relapse mode. Not relapse completely, because I'm still want this very badly to lose the weight, but I go into relapse mode where I'm lax. I get lax. Oh, don't need to bend the measuring spoon. Don't need to weigh that. Don't need to journal this time. I know I didn't eat that much, but who knows what you're going to eat later on in the night. Forgot to write down. And when I'm not in the lax mode, I'm doing, crossing, dotting all my I's and crossing all my T's. And it's that feeling of, I think for me, it's a feeling of euphoria that it just makes me feel so happy when I make a goal, or I lose weight, or I get off a plateau, and that happiness makes me, relax. I don't know other word for it, but how many of you do the same thing when you hit a major milestone on your journey, or you lose such a whatever amount of weight and you reach a goal? How many of you just relax the next week, let up a little bit? I bet I'm not the only one. If I am, well, I guess this video was more about me than about anybody else. Wow. But I wanted to tell you that there's nothing wrong with it, but sometimes there's no way to stop it. It just comes. So I've learned along the way that I just go with it. I try really hard not to do it, and if it happens, I can't really control it, and thank goodness it only happens for a few short days. Probably 2 or 3 days after my weigh-in, or after I've reached a certain goal. So, and then I'm right back to the euphoria. Euphoria is gone, and my, honeymoon stage, all that other stuff is all gone, and I'm right back to brass knack, to doing what I know is right on the straight and narrow. But there's something about that making the goal. I mean, of course, you're really, really happy, but why does it make us so happy we kind of go blind in the next 3 days, or just, I guess we just want to live in the euphoria a little longer. That's my guess. Like I said, I don't know if any of you have done the same thing as this, but maybe it comes with my compulsive behavior, my obsessive compulsive behavior problem, or maybe it's just I'm so happy I don't want to think about anything for 2 or 3 days because I'm still excited about my loss or my goal I met, or, that because you have to get excited, and sometimes the excitement can go a little too long for me anyway. Like I said, luckily I catch it in time and I'm right back on track, no problem. And I'm usually not off track very far, but I'm just like, it's like I'm on a cloud. And why not? Why not be on a cloud when you reach a goal and when you do really good? Also, the other way to sabotage yourself is the way we sabotage ourselves. Excuse me, I don't know why I couldn't say that. Is when we set ourselves up for failure. We go to a restaurant that we know there's nothing healthy we can eat there. But heck, everyone else is going, I want to join in. So there you're sabotaging yourself. You're setting yourself up for failure. You don't know what they serve there. There's nothing that's really low point or whatever, or low calorie there. You just are going to do it anyway. So that is sabotaging yourself, setting yourself up for that. Going to a birthday party or a potluck and not bringing something that you can eat and feel good about and still visit and enjoy the company. Don't sabotage yourself. Sabotaging yourself only hurts one person, you. And it's very easy. Sometimes, I've been known to sabotage myself, knowing full well what I'm doing, but thinking I can get away with it because I'm going to be around other people, and that's my excuse. So we gotta get our head going in the right direction and say, no, don't do that. I always tell myself when I go somewhere and it's a birthday party or there's stuff there that I'm going to want to eat, like red foods, or they look so good. I always try to tell myself when a bad thought comes in my mind, like, I want to eat that, or I'm going to have that cake, it'll be fine. I always tell myself, do you like it enough to wear it? Do you like it enough to wear it? If you do, go ahead and have the piece of cake. If you don't, drink a bottle of water. Or have a little sliver of the cake so you can get a taste. And if you can stop at just that, that's a great way to do it. But sabotaging yourself is only hurting you. It's not hurting anybody else. So try not to sabotage yourself. Try not to put yourself in a position where you're going to fail, or you're going to eat the wrong stuff, or not be comfortable because of the way your journey's been going. One of the ways I sabotage myself also is I bring stuff home that I know that's going to put on 2 or 3 pounds because I'll eat it all in one sitting. And I've already talked about that in another red light food in another section. But sometimes I really want something and I'll get it. And I know as soon as that stuff gets in my house, I'm going to eat it because I can't stop thinking about it until I do. And so the thing to do when you are on this journey and it'll healthy you, try not to put yourself in positions where you are sabotaging your program, you're sabotaging your successes so far. You don't want to go backwards. If you always do what you always did, you're always going to get what you always got. So try to keep doing things differently. Try to make your fun out. When you go to a restaurant and you go somewhere, you can do it okay, but take stuff and go to one that you at least have some control over. If you go into a restaurant where you have no control over, and it looks like you're going to sabotage yourself, make sure you make the best decisions possible. Drink lots of water. When you have a good loss and you have you've met one of your really good goals, and oh wow, look at that, 50 pounds gone. If your mind creeps up and it creeps out of your mind that you think you're in this euphoria and you're not paying as much attention, you're up on cloud 9, stay on cloud 9. You need to be there a little bit anyway, because you've made a huge, you've had a huge success. But know that you're going to get right back down off that cloud and continue on your journey to have more huge successes. And don't be around other people that you know are going to sabotage you. That's an easy way to do it too. Oh, I didn't want to eat it, but she made me eat it. Well, if you're around her and you know she's going to feed food and sabotage your plan, don't be around her. Tell her and let her know that, you got to stop doing this, or we just got to stop hanging, So there are different ways you can keep from sabotaging yourself. And the best way is to remember how far you've come, what you want out of this journey. Do you want to be healthier? Do you want to be thinner? Do you want to eat healthier? Do you want to exercise more? Do everything you can not to sabotage those plans that you've made for yourself. And that's what I'm trying to do. Believe me, I don't want to sabotage myself, but sometimes it just happens. We're human after all. And when it does, you need to get over it and move on. The key to success is one day at a time, no guilt, and move on. That's the only way you're going to survive on this journey. You got to know that you got to know what you want, and you got to know that you can do it. And you got to know there is no wrong way if you screw up. Don't sit there and say, oh, I really screwed up, I sabotaged myself. No, you say, okay, the day is done, let's move on. The hour is done, let's move on. There's no guilt to it. You're human. So try to keep the sabotaging factors as low as you can. But know that if you do have an incident where you're sabotaging yourself, know that this too shall pass, and you will move along on your journey. Okay, for those who like my video, please hit subscribe and like, and please feel free to comment. I love comments. I'll answer the comments, I promise. And until next time, please remember to keep smiling. If not for yourself, for someone else.